All right.
So who are you and what do you do at Dell?
So my name is Mary Joseph. I'm the product manager for our high-end XPS products, and specifically I'm the product manager for the XPS700.
So I guess you spend a fair amount of time with this machine and
Yes, I
what
have.
goes into the guts of it, if you will.
Yep. I've spent a lot of time talking with folks, gamers, PC enthusiasts, what they're looking for, and telling them a little bit more about the details behind this product. So what Ken talked about earlier was design focused on best customer experience, performance, and expandability. So I'm going to talk about the details behind some of the stuff we did around performance and expandability.
Okay. I'd love to hear more.
So if you see from the outside, talked about the chassis a bit. The specific dimensions of the system is it's a little over 22 inches high, about 24 inches deep, and about 8 inches wide. It looks like it can contain a lot of stuff, and we did that purposefully. We talked to gamers, we've talked to PC enthusiasts who really need this system for home entertainment, for gaming, as well as also for their home office needs, so storage and for performance, etc. So we really wanted to design it to be as expandable, upgradable, and as powerful as possible. So on the powerful side, this is based off of the NVIDIA 590 N-Force SLI chipset, which is a great chipset for gaming. It's fast performance, allows for the dual SLI capable of the dual graphics cards. On the performance side, this system has room for single, dual, and quad graphics solutions for the best resolutions when you're gaming experience. So we've got space in here for that as well. Also on performance, we offer up to 4 gigs memory on the 32-bit OS, as well as up to 8 gigs on the 64-bit OS. Okay. I'm going to open up a little bit so you can sort of see the guts of this system. So for the first time ever, we've actually created a chassis that can house an industry standard 7-slot motherboard. So when I say 7 slots, that's 3 PCI slots, 2 PCIe by 16, 1 PCIe by 8, and 1 PCIe by 1. So that's room enough for all of your dual, single, quad graphics solution needs, as well as room for a sound card and also a geophysics accelerator that we also offer at Dell.
What does the physics accelerator have
So
to do?
if you think about it this way, you think about what the processor does in the graphics solution. You can think of it as a triangle. So you've got the brain of your system, which is your CPU, and it helps sort of move your body. It helps do all the core analytics and processes that your computer has to do. So running programs, running operations, etc. Then you've got your graphics card that's almost like the eyes of the body, and it helps you see the best graphics, really realistic games through the best resolutions, etc. So you see all the textures, you see all the ripples in the water, you can see all the very detailed specifics gamers design in their games. Well, the physics card, the way it works, it's almost like the bones, the muscles of your body. So what that does, the physics card from Aegea, what it does is it helps all the interactions in your game. So if you shoot in your game, if you're driving a car and you run into a wall, things interact with each other like they would in real life. So it's very, very realistic. So bumpers will crinkle, leaves will fall in a certain way, just like it would in real life. So it's really making your gaming experience as realistic as possible.
Very
and
cool.
so we wanted to make sure we always offer the leading technologies in gaming on this box. And so offering the Aegea card is our commitment to that. Also, when I talked about the size and the measurement, we wanted to make sure we had room in here for expansion for the customer. So when they invest in this, this is going to meet their needs today as well as for the future. So we've got room, if you've seen us, room for 4 hard drives up here. So we can offer 3 hard drives in the factory, and you can add a 4th hard drive as well, up to 2 terabytes of storage.
And I can just easily remove and put those
Yeah.
back in?
So when Ken mentioned earlier by design for best customer experience, so we try to make this system as toolless as possible so that the customer at home can go in and expand it, upgrade it as they need. So if you notice, this hard drive bay comes out very, very easily, no tools needed. Sorry about that. So then there's also toolless retention clips here as well, so you can slide in and out your expansion devices out of your PCI slots as well. And if you want to change out your optical drive options, you can just pull this down and pull out the front and change out your optical drives. There's room in here for optical drives, a floppy, as well as a 13-in-1 media card reader. And for connectivity, we've got 2 USB ports in the front, 1394 connection in the front, 1394 in the back, 6 USB in the back, as well as 2 internal, so 10 total for USB. We talked a little bit about the hard drive storage. He mentioned the airflow and trying to keep this as optimally cooled as possible. Our engineers spent 2 straight months doing acoustic testing, thermal testing to make sure this system was rigorously designed and engineered for the gamer. So when the gamer overclocks their processor, when they're putting in all these different expansion devices, the system stays cool and as quiet as possible. So if you'll notice, because it's a BTX layout, we've got a lot of airflow room down here so that hot air is pulled in and then the cool air is pulled in and hot air goes out. So lots of room. Also, you can see here there are two fans. We have two 120 millimeter by 38 millimeter fans. What's great about these fans is they're PWM fans, which means they're basically temperature controlled. They work as it's needed, so it's almost like an automatically climate controlled house. Your air conditioning only runs when you need it to run, so it's not spinning any more than it has to, therefore keeping it as quiet as possible. Also on our heatsink for the processor, we've got a 6 copper heat pipe heatsink. Copper is the best conductive material for heatsinks, so we wanted to make sure we use the highest materials possible. So that also helps optimally cool the system. And another thing I want to make sure to point out is that in order for the system to be the best and leading edge for performance and gaming enthusiasts, we offer a choice of 750 watt power supply as well as a 1 kilowatt power supply. So you can choose 750. No other major OEM vendor in the market today offers a 1 kilowatt power supply. So lots of headroom, lots of room for you to grow, keep expanding, adding components onto the system.
Excellent. I want to order one today.
Great, I'm glad to hear it.
But I've heard also that as far as ordering one and building them, I mean, can gamers build their own or put different components in there that they want?
Well, we're very excited. So I'm not sure if Ken mentioned, we offer this in black and red. The black is 750 watt, the red and 1 kilowatt. What we're offering also for the very first time from Dell in the U.S. only for now is the option for those gamers out there who really like to tweak their system and really customize their system to their specific needs to start off with a core component of gaming material. So we offer a build-your-own series. It's called the XPS700 BYO series. And basically, a gamer can come into our website. They can choose the core bundle of components in a non-functioning system. Dell will take care of putting it all together, and then the customer can, on the website, upgrade to hard drives, opticals, graphics, sound card if they want. Or they can just get the bare chassis with the power supply, the motherboard, the heatsink, the fans, their choice of CPU, their choice of memory, and then add whatever they want after the fact, including their OS. So we're very, very excited about this. Once again, really talking about the fact that XPS700 was designed for the gaming and PC enthusiasts, and some gamers out there do like to modify their system, and we give them that opportunity as well.
It's a cool looking machine. Sure do appreciate you taking the time.
Great, thank you.